Let's go back into that feed. So let's go into this feed right here. All right, let me go into this feed, ladies and gentlemen, and bring this on. Okay. So this feed does not have sound. There's another feed that I wanted to bring you into. I'll bring you into the one that has the sound. You'll have to bear with me. So the other live feed, for some reason, they're having problems with their sound. So what I'll do is I'll bring you on in to the broadcast and into the sound. And I see you right there, Lions Den. Just hang on for a minute while I put this other feed in that I was originally on in the first place. I tried to go to another one, and I should have stayed with that one in the first place. And there we go. Here we go. And here we go, folks.
Not so good. Not so good. Not so good. Not so good.
All right. So it's back on. Let me mute it for a minute. All right. Okay, I'm muting that. Lions Den, how you doing, brother? I got you in on the broadcast tonight. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. How about you, Info?
I can't hear you. You gotta speak up, brother.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. So I gotta, Lions Den, you gotta go out and come back in. I can't hear you. I gotta keep this thing going. I cannot hear you.
If you do not cease your unlawful
You have to come out and come back in.
You'll be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime. Media and press, you must leave the area and first to the north.
All right, I want to thank, I think we got Tony D in the house. Lions Den, if you're in the chat, when you came up, I could not hear you whatsoever. So you're going to have to come back in so that I can hear you. We got my man Tony D, and we've got Sheeman in the house. Thank you for being here. We got Gracia in the house. Thank you for being here. And what's going on is that there's another protest in Minnesota tonight. Let's get back to the action right now. What's happening? Police are now telling these folks they've got to move. Curfew is coming. They're shooting flashbangs out there. It's all kind of nonsense going on out there. Let me bring Lions Den in now and again. Okay, Lions Den, how are you doing? Are you there?
I'm doing okay, brother. How are you doing tonight?
I can't hear you.
I don't know. I couldn't hear y'all.
Okay, I can hear you now. Hang on. Let me just mute this internally. Okay, Lions Den, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, I see what's going on. You're coming through. I see what's happening with my mixed board. So I can hear you. I see that you're here. What are your thoughts about all that has transpired as it relates to Daunte Wright? We know that we know what happened. I've been talking about this. We know that they stopped the young man. The young man was on the phone with his mother too, and the mother was telling him, "Give the phone to the cops so I can tell him about the car," because I guess they gave him the car. They said it's all the proper paperwork is on that car. And let me show everybody something that's in the chat room and everybody out there watching yourself. Let me show everybody what I showed earlier today. My mouse is giving me all types of problems tonight. I don't know why. I need to get some new batteries on this thing, but let me show you something that I brought up today. Right on the screen, that is what a stun gun looks like, Lion's Den, and everybody listening out there, and that is what a gun looks like. So how could Kim Porter, the 26-year-old veteran of this police force, and she was a trainer in this police force, okay? She was a leader in their union, and she was the one that taught other police officers how to conduct themselves and use their arms properly. How could she not realize that she had a gun when the taser gun is a bright yellow like a honeybee? Unfreaking believable. And so, Lions, then I need you to explain to me what the hell is going on. We got protests out there tonight. We're live on Haps. Give it to me, brother.
Yeah, what's all started is when this female officer stopped him at a routine traffic stop. Okay,
Yes.
and it started because he has an air freshener. Now, Daunte Wright has an air freshener in on rear view mirror. Now,
Yes.
in the state of Minnesota, they said that you always have to have that in the rear view mirror. Okay, that's the main reason why he's been stopped in the first place. Now, they're supposed to give him a ticket for that. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. It didn't went down like that. Because remember, first she claims it was an accidental shooting, pulling out a taser. Now, Info, you know good and well, I agree with you that it's a difference between holding a taser and holding your service weapon. And a service weapon is just as hard, is harder than a taser.
Like I said, look at the picture, brother. The picture speaks 1,000 goddamn words tonight. Okay, you got the picture up top, which is the handgun, which is what was in her hand, a revolver, and you've got the bumblebee color taser. So there is no reason to get this mixed up whatsoever, and that's just the facts. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that, and so basically it shows you that she's like I said, people at first they said she was a rookie cop, which we all know that's not the case. She's been in the police force for 26 years.
No. She's not a rookie cop, and I don't think they've tried to push that narrative. As simply as put, she's 26 years, a veteran. She's a trainer. She's also a leader in their police union. And today she did resign, as you know already, my brother. So you can't use those excuses.
Along with the police chief, chief also resigned.
Right now, the mayor, the young brother Mike Elliott, he gave an announcement today. They went live to hear him speak. The brother, you can tell the brother is tired. He's stressed. He's a young mayor of this particular area in Minnesota, Brooklyn Center, and you can tell it's taking a toll on him. I got to give him some kudos here. He was one of the first ones to say that she had to go. Then you had the city manager. I don't know his name, but he was a Negro, and I'm going to say that. He was a Negro that was speaking yesterday. He had the black mask on, and people were saying, hey, it seems like you're protecting the police more than you are the victim of what she did. And he's like, And guess what? I don't know his name. Maybe you know the city manager's name, but he got fired today. And that's right. That's truth.
Tell the truth.
Yeah.
You're listening to Information Man TV, folks. Welcome to the program tonight. We got great folks inside the chat room. We got Tony D, we got Gracia, we got Sheeman, we got great folks in the chat room, people coming in. We got 269 people that have put eyeballs on us so far tonight, and we're going to keep this going. I wasn't expecting to go live again, but when I keep my ears to the streets here, and I found out that this is, I knew it was going to happen, but I know CNN had a feed when they were talking about it, but I said, let me pull it on up, and you can see on the screen right there, there's a hell of a lot going on out there. They're shooting the flash bombs, and they want people to move out. Now, to be honest with you folks, from what I've seen, the people out there see, that's flash bombs you see on the screen, folks. The people out there are not being super violent. You got a few people out there that's throwing little bottles and rocks here. Remember, within these protests, you're always going to have some provocateurs out there, right? People that's not really out there for true protests. So keep that in mind. Lions Den, you were about to say something. Sorry for cutting you off, though. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, Info. And the mayor, I agree with you. Shouts out to him. You know, there's been a report. I even posted it on my social media just a few minutes ago that some clown posted a Blue Lives Matter flag on the bottom of a Brooklyn Center Police Department. A Blue Lives Matter flag. That's even anger. Basically, they angered the mayor so much they forced those police officers to take that flag down because it's offended to everybody that's involved in this situation.
Right. Well, look. After what happened on January the 6th, my brother, I don't want to hear anybody, because you know who's pushing the Blue Lives Matter. It's the Trump people. It's all the Trumpers out there, the mega hat wearing folks. I don't want to hear them anything about, I don't want to hear those people pushing the narrative of Blue Lives Matter, because those same mega hat Trump supporters were the same people who went up to the Capitol building, and even the ones that didn't go up there, they supported what happened. And what did they do up there in the Capitol, Lions Den? They attacked the police. So I don't want to hear any of these conservatives, any of these mega hat wearing individuals, any of these Trump supporters, and even the ones that weren't there but were supporting what they did. I don't want to hear anything from them about Blue Lives Matter, because they themselves attacked the police. And if you notice, when that happened, my brother, nobody really criticized the Trump supporters, who are the first ones to tell black folks and other folks in this country, hey man, what about Blue Lives Matter? They didn't give a damn about Blue Lives Matter. Trump didn't give a damn when he encouraged them to go up to the Capitol building and do what he did. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say that. Now, if you are a good police officer, I can't believe I'm saying that right now. If you are a good police officer and you're doing your job right, okay, do your damn job right. But you know what? I say that with a grain of salt, because every time we turn around, a black man is killed. Just like what happened to the black and Latin brother in Winston-Salem, was out there in Virginia, who got pulled out of his car serving this country. Yeah. They pepper sprayed him, mistreated him, put him on the ground like a dog. He's serving the country, and then they had a nerve to threaten him that they could somehow affect his military service. So I got that video too for people to see if they want to see that tonight. This is nonsense, Lions. Then I'm fired up tonight. I'm tired of the bullshit. His family deserves everything they got coming to them in terms of money, and that woman's got to be prosecuted. Now that she has resigned, she's got to be prosecuted. And this city of Brooklyn Center has to pay a price for what they've done. And I'm sorry to the young mayor, Mike Elliott. Let me put his picture up here. I'm sorry. You've got to pay the price, young brother. You're going to have to. Where's my picture of this young brother? Let me get it. Go ahead, Lions Den, and talk, brother, while I find this picture. I think I took it off earlier today. Go right ahead. Go right ahead and speak, Lions Den. Okay, he came off. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back into I'm going to play the feed and let you hear what's happening out there right now.
This is the Minnesota State Patrol. You are in violation of Minnesota State Statute 609705, unlawful assembly. If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime. Media, also disperse to the north. Leave now.
So let's think if the police is forced with a massive amount of force, and people are throwing back, they're throwing knives and assault at the police. I don't know what happened about it. Usually that wouldn't correlate. I think maybe others are talking about it too much. Just inundated the tear gas system. Most of the local ones,
So that's what's going on out there right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Not the politicians. Not the Constitution. Not the politicians.
Okay, Lions, they're trying to get these people out of there right now. Okay, let me bring this down. All right, Lions Den, are you there? Can I hear you? Say something, Lions Den.
Can you hear me?
If you continue to obstruct, resist,
hang on for 1 minute.
With peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime.
All right. Lions Den, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I'm glad you're here. Basically, the police are out there warning the people that they have to leave, or it will be considered a crime because they're saying that it's an unlawful assembly. I don't know how the hell that could be the case, but because you don't see anybody out there doing anything, it's not really roughhousing out there from what I can see. It's just basically the police trying to back people away, and then the people are just chanting and saying what they got to say. That's what's going on right now. But anyway, let me throw this up here. What I was talking about earlier before you went off the, I don't know why you cut out, my brother, but come on, try to stay in there if you can. But this is the picture of the mayor right there. Hopefully everybody can see that. Let me, I know what I got to do. I got to dominate the screen right here. So let me put that right there. Be right to you in a moment. Lions Den. So that's the mayor right there. Okay.
Okay.
And then of course, this is Daunte. Oops. Let me fix something right quick. This is Daunte Wright with his son, and his son is actually 2 years old now. The young man's going to grow up and he does not have his father in his life anymore as of right now because of what that woman did, Kim Porter. And here is, once again, for everyone's visual effects here, here is the gun and there is the stun gun. How can you not tell the difference in those particular items that you see on the screen, Lions Den? So with that said, do you have anything that you want to add, my brother?
Yeah, and I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, and for your info. My phone was froze. I couldn't even
All
barely
right.
talk. I couldn't
It's
get out.
it's okay,
But
brother. Let's stay focused on the show right now.
okay,
It's okay. Um, hopefully you won't have any. I don't know if it's Haps doing it or if it's the phone because it is in the beta stage, but that's okay, brother. I just reason why I don't want you to leave the show because I want to get your perspective. So go right ahead.
she knows this, and I mean, I agree with Gail Sherman. She knows exactly what she's doing. Basically, she already, like you said, she's a 26-year veteran in the police department, and she was a former president of the union. So she knows everything about the police department. She's training most of the officers were there how to use a stun gun or how to use a taser or how to use a weapon. So the
Mhm.
thing of this, she said she accidentally or she didn't even know which is which. That's straight up bull crap. And
Okay.
anybody who's in the police department will tell you that was bull crap.
Mm-hmm. I hear you, my brother. I hear you. Um, what do you think? This is crazy. This is all happening at the same time that we've got the Derek Chauvin trial right now. And I think you had the defense team today say that they want the witnesses to be sequestered. And then this is what I had an interesting opportunity. I was listening to Unicorn Riot. This is a YouTube channel that does coverage when it comes to stuff like this tonight, but they're not on live right now, but they have their cameras. They have broadcast, they have credentials, you know, journalist credentials that they have, and they were able to put their cameras right in the courtroom. And even after they tell you on regular, see, this is why the alphabet channels don't get it right. Okay, like NBC and CNN. This YouTube program, they had their cameras straight in there after the judge said, "Let's resume tomorrow." Okay, so then after everyone left the court, their cameras were still in there, and you hear the judge talking to both of the lawyers about some of the things that they have discrepancies, they have different agreements about. So they got different exhibits and different evidence that they're sort of squabbling about right now. And I got let you in on a little secret, everybody. In listening to this, it looks like the defense team wants to uh, get somebody off the bench, off the jury, because they want to purge somebody off that jury. They already are complaining about another juror, either a juror. Let me just say this: it's either a juror or it's either a witness or someone that was on the stand that they did cross examination. The defense team is trying to purge someone out of this case. So I had a chance to hear that while they were talking about we got to go back in chambers and work over some of the things that you disagree with or you disagree with. And it was kind of interesting to hear the exchange that they were having this conversation after the trial was technically over. And I said to myself, why is it that CNN, NBC, MSNBC, and all the rest of these alphabet channels, why are they not giving us that extra coverage to hear the inner workings with the lawyers, the judge? But it was little old Unicorn Riot YouTube channel that brought an extra, that's independent media. So,
Yeah.
I gotta say this. I gotta say this to mass media. You're not doing your damn job. And y'all the ones making all the big money. $1 million contracts and shit. I wish somebody give me $1 million contract.
So do I.
Why am I telling you this? And you don't get this from MSNBC and CNN. Yeah, I got this was from a little old YouTube channel. I watched it live today. The defense team is already trying to do something behind the scenes to muddle the waters. Go right ahead. As I laugh here, my brother. As I laugh here, go right ahead. All right, go ahead, Lions Den.
Well, we already know why the mainstream media would not even, focus on that. They want to focus on the narrative of what's going on. They're not going to focus what's going on behind the scenes. That's what mainstream media does. They want to focus on viewers that's going to see, oh, there's a riot breaking out, there's this and
Right.
this, but they're not going to explain why that it happened. The only thing
Well,
Go ahead.
Well, what I was going to say, Lions, then is that they're focusing on the trial when it's happening because that's most important to people.
Right.
But what I saw today was after the judge says, let's all rejoin for tomorrow. And while everybody left the room, the jurors and all the people, he stayed in the room. It was just him, the defense team, the prosecution, and old raggedy ass Derek Chauvin was in the room. And you had the prosecution talking about their concerns. Then you had the raggedy defense team talking about their concerns. And then you hear I think either the defense team or somebody was talking about trying to purge somebody that they're concerned with, certain evidence, certain people. So there's something going on behind the scenes. They didn't give all the eggs away because they knew that they were still on video. But what I'm saying is, for you to have a YouTube channel giving you that type of coverage, and you're not getting it from the guys that make the $1 million bucks on television and contracts, you got to be out of your. You got to be. This is ridiculously. And I'm going to say ridiculously funny. All right, Lions, then that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to drive home that point because I find it, here I am getting the information from watching it myself and telling you folks on here live tonight, something that the big boy should have told you. I mean, crazy. I mean, the inner workings of what they were talking about was very interesting, Lions Den. To be able to get that, to hear that conversation, I felt like it was like being a fly on the wall.
Right.
I don't know how they allowed Unicorn Riot to be able to keep their cameras up and running like that. My God. But anyway, go right ahead.
Well, Info, you have to understand one thing. You, me, Lisa Cabrera, the True Royal family, Unicorn Riot, Tyrian Rain, the list goes on. Our content creators will give you the real truth, the real news, more than the mainstream media does. Why you think that they try to shut down all our channels so that because they don't want to hear the truth, they don't want to hear what's really going on. But we YouTubers, we'll do that. The mainstream media just posted whatever they want to post, and that's it. They're not going to want to post what's really going on, and so that's why it's important for everybody to understand that the YouTubers and the content creators, that we work as hard as we can to bring the people what they want to see, what the truth is, and what the mainstream media don't want us to see, and that's the difference.
Now check this out. I'm going to bring you 3 clips that I played today on my earlier show. You're going to hear it here. You're not going to. All right. Now, 2 of these clips, I got to give credit to Don Lemon. He interviewed the aunt of Daunte Wright. But I'm going to play. I'm going to play you a clip here. That everybody needs to hear this clip again because there's some people who might have heard this. And this is the auntie. This is the auntie of Daunte Wright. And here we go.
You don't want to know. You really don't want to know what I felt. Right on you. But I'm going to tell you like this. Right. And then next. Right. You know the difference from a fully loaded pistol versus a stun gun. You know the difference. And if you're a police officer, you should know that. I think that camera, I saw she held that gun out in front of her for a little while. You mean to tell me she didn't see it? But let me ask y'all something. How would y'all feel if y'all got the call that was your nephew, if that was your son, if that was your brother? How would y'all feel? And then to sit here and people are trying to drag my nephew's name through the dirt, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. He didn't deserve to die. My nephew was a damn good kid. He loved his family and we loved him. Accident? An accident? No, come on now. Everybody in this world saw that gun. You mean to tell me you thought it was a taser? I've owned over 20,000 volt taser. They don't feel nothing like a gun. Nothing like a gun.
Information is power.
Okay, everybody, listen to this clip right here. It's a reminder from what I did earlier today. Listen to this clip.
Who shot Daunte is no rookie. She is no rookie. Evidently, there's reporting that she is actually the union president. She has apparently counseled other officers who were involved in previous deadly incidents. This is not someone who's new to the force. This is not someone who had never been in one of these experiences before. This is someone who, for all intents and purposes, should have been able to tell the difference between a gun and a taser. Between a gun and a taser. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has apparently reached out to the family to express his sympathies, and he says it's important to acknowledge that, quote, we don't have to continue having these press conferences.
All right. Now, this is another one I want to play for you. The last one I want to play for you. In this last clip, she clearly tells you that what's going on with wait a minute. Let me hear what's going on with this young man right here. Hang on, folks.
Peaceably, you'll be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime.
We on this fucking street. We not going over.
Leave the area. Media and press, leave the area.
We need to stay here and show everything that's going on. We're not fucking leaving. I want y'all to protect us and show everything that's going on to the fucking world. Because this is pure racism. We got people who been working for 20, 30 years, and they're all fucking racist. We're gonna abolish the fucking police department. We need to change our fucking law. Our senators, our representatives, our city council, our mayor, our governor. We need changes. We need fucking changes, man. We need changes. We ain't going nowhere.
They're shooting the fire. They're shooting the flash bombs out there. Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. He's got his hands up. He's not threatening anybody. Unbelievable. Wow. All right, let me come back over here. Wow, this is a hell of a lot going on tonight, Lions Den. A hell of a lot going on. Let me put you back on the screen, put myself back on the screen as well, and hopefully we can make this do what we want to make it do. Put that picture large and center. Let me get back. We got some folks that have come into the chat room and Haps. Let's say peace and love to Cat PY2. He's a veteran of the military. Everybody give that brother some respect there. He's a veteran. Thank you for coming through. I see you. Tony Hick, Ted Hicks has come in. We got Tony D. We got Gracia in the house. A lot of good folks have come in the house. And we have Timothy that's in the house who says clearly an ACAB. Now, whatever. Now, the young brother that was right there, you can see, what did he say? He's on the ground. He's not threatening the officers, but he said something that was very interesting, Lions Den. He said that we need to change the mayor. We need to change our senator. He's talking about political action. If that means anything to anybody, he's saying that they got to change out the people that's in leadership in this town we call Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. So that's what that young man's talking about. So why I get back to you, Lions, then let me play this last clip. And in this last clip that I'm playing from the auntie, Anita Wright, the auntie of Daunte Wright, she says that the car was not an illegal car, that the car was a brand new car and the tags and everything were up to date. I think she goes into that right here. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
My mother shouldn't have to be burying her grandchild. My brother, my sister, they shouldn't have to be burying their son. Not over air freshener. They stopped him over air freshener. Let's get that correct. His tag wasn't expired. My sister and them had just bought him that car. Y'all want to see it? People want to try to look for something bad to go ahead these people that get shot up, the man that killed them Asian women, may they rest in soul. May they rest in peace. You got the people at the grocery store. You got the people in Bryan, Texas. You mean to tell me all three of them is still living? But my nephew is dead because now they want to use the justification of it was a mistake. You don't mistake a stun gun from a gun. You don't mistake that. If I made a mistake like that, I'll be in the jail cell. They'll be trying to put me under it. This not fair. We got several police officers and all in our family. I don't have nothing bad to say about them, but what I got to say is she needs to pay for what she did to my family. My family's blood is on their hands.
All right, folks. So obviously she made very good points because she said, hey, there were two guys that did mass shootings. They're alive. I've been saying that. You've been saying that. Everybody's been saying that, hey, why is it that a young black male, 20 years old, he can be shot over a routine traffic stop, shot with the police out there are calling it an accident. Oh, my God. But yet you've got guys who go and do mass shootings and they are allowed to live and they're able to be apprehended by the police without the police doing any serious harm to them. You've got Dylan Roof, who took the life of 9 black people in the church in South Carolina. And then they had the audacity to go buy that guy a Burger King. And you see on the streets tonight, they're out there telling people to go home. It's an unlawful assembly. You got the young brother on the ground saying, we need to change. We got to change our government. We got to change our leadership in this town. How many times have we heard that, Lions Den?
All the time, really. All the time. And you know, Info, you know what that reminds you of? Remember Oscar Grant in Oakland when
I was
at a BART station when a rookie transit cop handcuffed him, pulled out his taser and accidentally shot him with a gun, killing him. It's like history repeating itself with this story.
Well, I was saying that myself. This is Oscar Grant all over again in Oakland, California on that New Year's night. It's Oscar Grant all over again because the police officer who worked for the BART police, Bay Area Rapid Transit. I lived in Oakland. For about 10 years. I think I was living in San Francisco at that time when that happened. The BART police claimed that he thought that he was going for his stun gun or his taser, when in fact he did the same thing that Kim Porter did to Daunte Wright. He shot Oscar Grant with a gun.
Yeah.
And while you're talking, I'm in the process of pulling up Oscar Grant's picture because I want people to see his picture and remember his face front and center. So what we're going to do, give me 1 minute, is I'm going to put myself front and center. And while I do that, I'm putting Oscar Grant's face front and center. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Oscar Grant. That is the man that we're talking about tonight. That is Oscar Grant. He is a young man who was killed by BART police in Oakland. I'm going to say this with respect, in beautiful Oakland, California, where I lived at for 10 years. Don't listen to what they tell you on television and the bullshit. It's a great city. It's a great place. Like any city in this damn country, you're going to have violence in certain parts and you're going to have good things going on other parts. But overall, Oakland, California is a great city. It's a black city. It's getting gentrified at this particular time. It's about 25% decrease in the black population. I'm not happy about that. I lived in Oakland around the Lake Merritt area. Very beautiful area in real estate in that area, and it's all skyrocketed. You can damn near hardly afford to live in that area. And Oakland is a city that people felt that was undesirable. And now that it's desirable, when you got the yuppies and the people that's coming in, they're pushing out the people that have been living there for goddamn forever, who brought the culture to the city, and those people are being pushed out for the yuppie class. And that's a damn shame, because these folks did not give a damn about Oakland until it became a viable real estate market in today's time, and it's a damn shame. So Oscar Grant was killed at Fruitville BART station, which is in East Oakland. I think it was on a New Year's night when he was coming back from having a good time in San Francisco, the city by the bay, and I lived there for over 30 goddamn years. Nobody knows San Francisco like me. I know every nick and cranny of that city. I went to elementary school there. I went to junior high school. I went to high school, and I went to college at San Francisco State University. Alumni I am. So nobody knows San Francisco better than me. That's the city by the bay, and he went over there to have a good time. And he comes back over to the East Bay using the Bay Area Rapid Transit, the BART, and then there was some type of scuffle or problem he had with somebody on the train. Something was going on. The police pulled him off. He got blamed for something. You know, they always blame us. And then they ended up shooting him. At the end of the day, they ended up shooting him, and they shot him in on the prone position. He wasn't even standing up. He was in a prone position when they did it. So it was another case of a black man not posing a threat. And this happened again. Let me take this off of here, but you get the point where I'm coming from. Lions Den, anything else you want to say, my dear brother? And I appreciate everybody being here tonight, listening. I was on earlier today, and I came back on because you got a protest still going on in Minnesota, Brooklyn Center, and I'm going to put that back on the screen while me and Lions Den continue to have our dialogue. Anything else you want to add, Lions Den?
Yeah, I saw a video earlier today. It's this social media woman named Rubia Garcia. She's a teacher from New Orleans, and she's the one that says "Teach a Life." She's in Minneapolis right now, protesting with the protesters. And the last video that I saw from her, she was involved when police shoot tear gas, and she was in the middle of the protest. So it was really amazing to see Rubia Garcia, who was one of the most popular women on social media, out there protesting with the protesters about this. So this is why I said, y'all, that we need to get involved, because obviously enough is way enough. It's too many deaths when it comes to unarmed black men, black women, and black kids across this country. We have had enough. We had enough to here. It's like the new normal around here. And now the whole world, info, is watching all of this.
Right.
Ever since George Floyd, the whole world is seeing all of this. Even China got a lot to say about that. So, this is crazy, info.
Well, let me say this. What I'm about to say is not going to be a popular thing. You know, I was listening to Tariq Nasheed on his channel, and everybody out there, do us the biggest favor. You can go on my page for this program tonight. You can see all my social media. Check out my YouTube channel, The Information Man Show. I get even raw and more into it over there about a lot of other issues, and I do great interviews with people. Lions Den, let everybody know where they can find you on social media. I need to go get me another glass of water here. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Go right ahead, Lions Den. Let everybody know where they can find you.
Okay, y'all. You can find me on Twitter at The Real Lions Den. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel at Lions Den, a.k.a. Trey X. You can also follow me on Instagram at www.instagram.com/the_real_lions_den2. You can also follow me on my Facebook page. It's The Real Lions Den. Also, you can basically, I'm on Station Head. You can follow me on Station Head. You can follow me on Stereo on there. And of course, I'm also on Haps TV, as you can see as well. So I've been putting all the contents on Haps TV, so you guys can check me out on there.
Okay, Lions Den, thank you for the introduction. Just like Lions Den, you can find me on various platforms. Like I said, I have a YouTube channel called Information Man Show. Go over and subscribe to that. You can also check out my YouTube version of my podcast called Information Man Speaks Podcast. But I'm also on traditional podcasts like Google Podcast, Apple Podcast. Let me see, what's the other one? SoundCloud, Spotify, Stitcher, radio.com, TuneIn, everything you can find me on. When you put my name in, I'm Googleable. So you can find me there. I guess this guy is on the screen here. I'm going to see what he's talking about in just a moment. And then I'm on, my Twitter is Information Man. It's all on my page. Check it out. Explore it. Let's see what this guy is talking about in the car. He might be a part of the crew that's feminist tonight. Let's see what's going on here, Alliance. I want to hear what he's talking about.
Our organization, how we feel about what's going on. And again, I'm Lorenzo Cerda, and we're going to turn this around, and then I'm going to cut you to a video here if you want to see some of the stuff we've been doing. And then we're going to shut down the feed. I was shooting more stuff over there. See how this goes. Whew.
All right.
I can hear them. Emergency alert.
All right, what I'm going to do right now, Lions Den, go ahead if you have any other comments you want to make. I'm going to disconnect that feed from that fella there, and I'm about to put another live feed in. Anything else you want to add, Lions Den, why I do this?
I don't know. You heard there's another. I don't know if you heard about what happened with the Jacob Blake case. The police officer who was responsible shot him 7 times in the back. They brought him back on the force, and prosecution decided not to press charges against that officer that shot Jacob Blake.
So wait a minute. You got to be out of your. Wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me in this audience tonight? Now, somebody put in the chat room, maybe they're from your YouTube channel, that they put in there LIE lie. Now, what are they talking about here?
I don't know.
Are they saying that you're lying with what you're saying?
I don't know.
Or are they saying
talking about?
Or are they saying that I'm lying? Because let me just say this. Are you setting up? Let me say this. Lions Den, are you saying that the police are talking about giving the officer who shot Jacob Blake in the back 7 times, and he's paralyzed, folks?
Yeah.
And he claimed, he was going for a knife, but he shot him with a gun 7 times. The man was walking away from him. We didn't see a knife. We didn't see him take a knife out and will it against him. What we saw him going to the car, maybe he didn't follow what they were saying to him, but he didn't deserve to get shot 7 times in the back. Are you saying that particular police officer has been reinstated on the job? Is that what you're saying to us tonight?
Yes, sir. Matter of fact, I put that on my YouTube channel. It's all on my YouTube channel. I even have to tweet it from Al Jazeera on my YouTube channel. So yes, it's confirmed.
Okay, so this guy must be a what do you call it? A troll. A troll. Because he says channel celebrates. So I'm gonna mute him. And those of you that are I'm gonna mute him. And when you want to block somebody out of here, you mute them on Haps. But I suggest, Lions Den, you take a look at your YouTube channel. And matter of fact, I should go over to your YouTube. You should go over there and block this guy, this individual out of your YouTube. Yeah, get rid of him. Let me see if I get rid of him. This guy, his name is Chris something, Chris Haps or something. He's saying he's writing weird stuff. Get his ass out of here. We don't have time for that. Now he puts in there good news all of a sudden. Excuse me, folks. I don't mean to use a foul language, but we get these trolls that want to come in and try to disrupt everything, and we're not going to let that happen over here. Get the heck out of here. Get your butt out of here. We got no time for the drama. So let me go back in here and pick up this feed, and let's see if we can get this one in here now. And hopefully this one's working. All right. Here they go.
Yeah, they're clearing that area on the on the right side.
All right, Lions Den, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I took care of it. I took care of that troll. It definitely was on my channel.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to that, brother, because we don't need these. I can block them in haps, but the problem is that he's coming in. He was coming in through your YouTube, because I think you connect your YouTube to the program tonight. And when you see that, brother, you got to get him. You got to get him out of it. He's trying to throw propaganda in the chat room and put disparity on your channel, and we can't have that because we're not talking lies over here. And now he's saying that, oh, you're defending felons. The bottom line is, no man, I don't care. The bottom line is nobody that Jacob Blake did not deserve to get shot 7 times in the back. And the question I was asking before, Lions Den, are you saying that the police officer that shot him is now been reinstated on the police department?
Yes, sir. I been posted that on my social media today. It was on Al Jazeera, and I retweeted on Al Jazeera's Twitter. It was confirmed. Even on the Roland Martin show, they said it was confirmed. So yeah, he's back on the force.
Do you know? Can you report to us tonight? What are the circumstances? And we got Big Tony that's in the house. Peace to you, Big Tony. Thank you for coming here, Big Tony. You gotta. Let me see if he's got a HAP channel. I'll subscribe to his HAP's channel. All right, Big Tony. Big Tony is from Baltimore, Maryland, and that's where I was born. I got family in Baltimore. Bmore. And Lions Den, you're originally from where?
I'm from Bowie, Maryland. And Baltimore is like 10 miles outside of Bowie. So yeah, I know the city very well.
Yeah, I got all kind of family in Baltimore. So welcome, Big Tony, to the program. Let's get back at this. We've had 659 eyeballs that have come over here tonight. Let's get back at this. So what were the circumstances that made them say it was cool to put this man back on the force?
Well, first of all, the prosecution decided not to even charge the officer that shot Jacob Blake. And that's mainly the reason why he's back on the force in the first place. If the DA would have charged him, I guarantee he would never be back on the force.
All right, Lions, then you got to repeat what you said because you were just borging. You're borging. Okay, Lions Den is. I'm sorry, folks, that you can't hear Lions Den. He's borging. Okay. Lions Den, listen to me, brother. You're borging. Come in and come back. Leave and come back in. You're borging. Okay. So Lions Den, we're going to wait for him to come back in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry for some of the technical difficulties we're having. HAPS is a beta stage platform, and my dear brother Lions Den is having some technical problems with his phone tonight. Come out, Lions Den. I need you to come out of the HAPS and come back in and then start speaking because nobody can hear you right now, brother. Let's see what's going on with the protest. Until Lions Den can come back in, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
No, that's Omar.
Oh, that's Omar?
As you can see, folks, it's raining out there. People are on bikes. People are still out there making their voices heard. And here we go. Hey, I just want to say to Gracia, thank you for your support tonight. You've been coming strong in here. Every time I go live, you've been coming right on over. She said she gave me the Stay Safe reward. I appreciate that. I appreciate all your support that you've been giving to the program here. We've got Buck who's coming in. And Buck, am I subscribed to your Haps channel? Buck, I'm going to subscribe to your channel. Buck is from Cleveland, Ohio. And that's the thing that's incredible about Haps is that you've got people from all over the country, all over the world that will come right into your chat room and speak to you. And they can be from all over the damn world. This is incredible. Let me make sure that Miss Sheeman, let me see if I'm subscribed to her as well. Gail Sherman. I'm not saying names correct, and I apologize for that, my dear sister. But I see you. You're from Arlington, Texas, USA. I thank you for coming over tonight and being a part of what we have been doing. I'm bad with names, so you have to excuse me. But I see that you've been in the chat room. You've been supporting.
Sir, this is the Minnesota State Patrol. You're in violation of Minnesota
for your support.
609-705.
And Buck says thank you. And Gracia says, man, you just never sleep. You're always on point. Thank you. Well, I am going to get some sleep tonight after this because I've got to go into work tomorrow and do my thing. I work as a rehab therapist, so I got to go in tomorrow and and do my day job. Okay. But anytime I have time to do what I'm doing right now, I'm going to do it. I think it's important to put the word out. And I think Lions Den has been trying to come back into. There go Lions Den right now. Let me see if I can get them right back on. Okay. And here we go. Okay. Sooner or later, Lions Den will show up on the screen. I'm hoping. And for some reason, he's not coming in. So I don't know what's going on. But we're going to keep doing what we can do.
Can you stay on the officers?
All right. Looks like Lions Den is in here.
Stay there.
And let me stop this real quick. It's snowing out there, folks. These people are out there. It's snowing. It's coming down. Lions Den, can you hear me? Okay. Lions Den, you keep cutting. What's happening is that you're coming in and then you're coming out. But can you hear me?
I can barely hear you. It's the connection issue that I've been having.
All right. Where are you? Is there anywhere in the house where you live? Is there anywhere in the room there that you can move around to get a better reception? Because I remember when you were on here with me before, there was a certain area in your house that you had better reception. So it just looks like we're not able to get him back on the show. But let me see. Hopefully he'll come back in now. Come on, Lions Den. You should be able to. Hopefully you'll be able to come in. We're hoping, folks. Just be patient. I know right now you can see it's snowing out there, and people are protesting in response to the killing of Daunte Wright. Daunte Wright is a 20-year-old African-American male who had his life taken by Kim Porter, who was a 26-year veteran of the police force in the department in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. And there's Lions Den back on. Lions Den, how are you doing? Lions Den? Okay. So unfortunately, he's coming in and out. And let me say to the sister right here, let me see right here. If I'm saying the name right, Sister Gail, thank you for coming over and watching the program tonight, my dear sister. And peace to you. You're looking very attractive on the on the photograph on your channel. I am subscribed to you. You're in Arlington, Texas, USA, and you are a peaceful place. You're in a peaceful place in your life, according to your profile. Thank you. And let me see. We got Gracia, who has been following me pretty strong on the program, and I really appreciate that. And she is in New Delhi, if I'm not New Delhi. Is that right? And IND, I guess, stands for what? Indiana. Are you in America or are you in another country? She works in health and human rights. She's a health and human rights advocate. This is incredible. You're in New Delhi, if I'm saying that correct. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. And she says, I enjoyed it, and thanks. Check me out. Sometimes I'm in makeup. Oh, you're a makeup artist. That's fantastic. I definitely will check you out. And just so you know, my dear, I do interviews on my YouTube channel. I bring people on. Who knows? I might be bringing you on the program to interview you on the YouTube channel, because I do that on my first channel, along with getting into other social, political, and cultural issues. And I use my YouTube channel as a way to build community, to educate, to learn from other people, and to be a reporter like what I'm doing here tonight. So I appreciate that very much. So thank you for coming on over. Lion's Den has had a hard time coming back in, and I'm sorry about this, folks. Let me bring in the audio and see what's going on here.
What the fuck's happening here? Something weird is happening here.
Uh-oh. They brought in a bus, folks. What are they bringing that bus in for? This is strange. What are they going to do with that bus?
This looks...
This is the Minnesota State Patrol. You are in violation of Minnesota State Statute 609705, unlawful assembly.
Oh, I know what's going on.
And disperse peaceably,
I know what's going on.
If you continue to obstruct, resist,
okay,
and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50.
All right. I'm sorry I had the sound off on the footage, but this is what's going on. They brought the bus in because they're getting ready to arrest people. They're bringing that bus in so that they can have a way to put people on that bus and drive them right to the police department or something of that nature. Let's hear what's going on.
Do it now.
I want to thank everybody that's been listening to the broadcast tonight. Thank you for coming over here to the Information Man TV. I'm going to be on for a little bit, just a few more minutes longer. before I put a crescendo on this tonight's broadcast. I want to keep it on here because I want to see what the police are actually about to do. I think they're going to start grabbing people up and putting them on that bus.
No, it wasn't the VP. It was just the mic.
Is this audio? Oh, right.
They said they saw your video. It's just your audio.
This battery's starting to go again. Which one you got? Starting to run low. I have some of these. Yes.
This is the Minnesota State Patrol. You are in violation of Minnesota State Statute 609-705, unlawful assembly. If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime.
Somebody go see if they have any more. Press and media dispersed in the north.
So let me come out of this feed. Looks like this feed has been having sound issues. So let me go into another feed. I have another one. I hope everybody is doing well. And let me go back here. Let me take this off of here. Stop that one. And then let me go into the other one. Everybody, I really appreciate you being here tonight, being a part of the program tonight. I'm going to go back into another feed, stay on for a little while longer. I want to see if the police are really going to start getting a little bit more rough out there. They are giving people a warning, which means sooner or later, they're going to start really moving in on people out there that are still out there protesting, because technically it is past the curfew out there in good old Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. I see we got Cap PY2. He's a veteran. Thank you. We got Raymond that's in the house. Simmons. Thank you, my dear brother. He say, may the people of Minnesota be safe tonight. I hope they can be. He says, peace to you, information man. I appreciate that. And Raymond, brother Simmons, make sure that you go over to my YouTube channel, The Information Man Show, and subscribe. Please do so, because you really should check out what I do on my YouTube channel. I think you really would enjoy it. And I got my main man, Cap PY2, and he's a man. He's a brother who's been following me for a long time. And I think Gail says, have a blessed night. Blessed night, everyone. Thank you for coming over. Everybody, if on Haps, if you're on Haps and you haven't subscribed to that sister right there, go here. Matter of fact, everybody in the chat room that is on Haps, you should try to subscribe to each other and support each other's platforms. Okay? Let me go back in here, and hopefully I can connect this feed again to another feed. This should be very interesting how things are going down tonight. And let me open this up and turn the sound on.
If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process.
This is all live,
which
folks.
Will be an additional crime.
And Raymond, have a good night.
Media and press, leave the area and disperse to the north.
Raymond,
media and press,
you have a good night, brother.
And disperse to the north.
Simmons, have a good night. I hope I said your name right too. Have a great night. I appreciate it. Gail saying thanks. I'm about to do a broadcast. Oh, you're gonna do a broadcast? Well, by the time I finish doing this, which will be very soon, if you're still on, Gail, I'm gonna go over and check you out. Matter of fact, let me do this. Now I've got your channel set up on here right now, so I can go over and check you out when I'm finished. Thank you, my good sister. Thanks everybody that's in the chat room, listening on Haps. Everybody that's listening on Periscope, Twitch, Twitter.
Thanks, folks.
Everybody that's
You
listening
are
on Facebook, the
running the back
Facebook
end.
pages and group pages.
Just check.
I appreciate
modems
you
are
all
all
for
good. I'm
coming
not
through
sure
and putting eyeballs on me for this
if
tonight.
we're having data
And
connection
let's go
issues.
back into the
Apologies.
sound here.
All the equipment says it's working fine.
Fuck 12! 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 Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright!
All right, let me read what you wrote here. Okay, Gracia said this: "Information man, please stay safe, protect, peace to you, and thank you for the broadcast. I appreciate it." She says, "Thank you. I'm gonna stay on just a little bit longer, and I'm gonna end it. But let's see what's going on right now. I'm trying to hang in there because I'm very curious to see where this is going to go tonight."
Leave the area and disperse to the north. Media incorrect. Leave the area. Disperse to the north.
What if I don't know where the north is? I don't know where the north is. I don't get no peace. They don't get no peace. They don't get
It's a really chilly night here in Brooklyn Center. Snow is coming down. So at least, I think I said, real feel 30 degrees, a little bit less, maybe 25. Snow is not sticking, so I think it's about 34 degrees Fahrenheit. But with the real feel and the wind, it's below 30, below freezing.
What a damn shame. What a damn shame. Don't get close, they're gonna take you too. A bunch of goddamn people. They're gonna take you too, bro.
Hey, Cap, I opened up Lions Den YouTube page because he can connect to my page over here on Haps whenever I use Haps. And there's some trolls that are in there. There was a troll that was in there that I muted in Haps. But brother, I see that you got a ranch over there. Get rid of them. Get rid of all trolls.
Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright!
Let me open the volume back up again, folks.
Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright! What's his name? Daunte Wright! Say his name! 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 Daunte Wright! Fuck you! 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 Scary motherfuckers. Y'all got the audacity to stand behind this bitch talking about it was an accident. And y'all know goddamn well, y'all know the difference between a Glock and a fucking taser. Y'all know the difference between the Glock and the fucking taser? All y'all should be fucking saying to y'allself, standing here trying to stand up for this bitch. Lock that bitch up. Take that bitch to jail. We want justice. And when do we want it? Now. What do we want? Now. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now.
This is the Minnesota State Patrol. We're in violation of Minnesota State statute.
Okay, what's up, Birdman coming in? What does that mean? The 45 and the 12. Explain what that is that you're writing.
To obstruct, resist, and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime.
Oh, thank you for the reward. Thank you for the newsworthy reward, my brother Simmons. I appreciate that. Let me shout out the Birdman who's come in. He put a number. He put 45 and 12. And I just wanted to know what was his meaning behind the number. It must have some significance. But welcome here, Birdman. If you come in peace, I say peace to you as well. I'll give you a thumbs up finger. Peace.
Cars in the parking lot are honking in solidarity with the protest.
All right, thank you. All right, Birdman, thank you for those statements. Let me subscribe to your Haps channel. All right, Birdman, I'm subscribed to your Haps channel. You're out of Rockfield, Illinois, USA. A man of leisure. Fantastic. All right, welcome. Welcome to the Information Man TV. And if you have not, Birdman, check out my YouTube channel. It's called Information Man Show, and go over there and subscribe as soon as you can. Subscribe to the Information Man Show on YouTube. You can click my profile on this page. It'll take you right into my YouTube channel. I appreciate the support. And thank you for the reward,
The
Brother
snow and the
Simmons.
remnants.
I appreciate that.
They don't get no peace. What's his name? Daunte Wright.
Some of the remnants of a lot of munitions that were spent here in Brooklyn Center. They're now bringing another truck-looking vehicle up to the front line.
Daunte Wright. Daunte Wright. What's his name? Daunte Wright. What's his name? Daunte Wright. What's his name?
All right, looks like the feed has taken a stop. So let me
Violation of Minnesota State Statute 609.705 unlawful assembly.
Oh, okay, it's back up.
If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime.
Please. You are the only ones unlawful here.
Leave the area.
Carry on.
To the north. Leave the area and disperse to the north.
Oh wait, this isn't your community. That's the fucking problem. You go home. Go back to
Okay,
Woodbury.
it's pretty obvious that everybody out there is pretty angry about what's happening. Let me just take over this thing right here real quick. Let me mute this. Okay, let me mute that because I'm gonna probably wrap it up. I think we've gotten all we can get out of that. I hope that nobody gets seriously hurt out there tonight. I understand the passion and the anger. Hey, I've protested. I've been involved in protests myself. back in college, protesting things that you believe in. There's nothing wrong with protest. I just hope that nobody gets hurt. None of the protesters in particular get hurt. Keep in mind, when you have a protest, you're going to have provocateurs out there, people who are not really out there to protest, but to cause problems amongst those that are really out there protesting because they really feel something about Daunte Wright being killed like that is. The one guy was very angry. He called the police officer the B word, saying that, hey, she should have known the difference between a taser gun and a handgun or a revolver that the police use. I'm going to show this again as I did before. I'm going to put this on the screen. As you can see, everybody can see that front, right, and center. That is what a taser looks like. I just want to remind people as I get ready to conclude this tonight, that is what the taser looks like. The taser at the bottom has a bumblebee color. It's yellow and a little black at the bottom. That looks nothing like a handgun whatsoever. And then what you see at the very top, once again, is you see the handgun which she used. She used this and was completely out of control. Let me play something for you. I'm going to bring up a video that I played earlier today because I think it is relevant to what is happening right now. And while that's loading up, just look at that picture that I have on the screen to put it all in perspective as to what a taser looks like versus what a gun looks like, ladies and gentlemen. And let me take this down, put the HAPS logo back up. You're listening to me on HAPS TV. This is the Information Man TV. You can catch me on Information Man Show on YouTube. You can catch my podcast, The Information Man Speaks Podcast. You can check that out. That's on YouTube as well. And you can catch me on Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud. Let me just let you know something. My traditional podcast is different from what I put on the YouTube podcast channel, The Information Man Speaks Podcast. So you're going to get different material on Information Man Show, different material on Information Man Speaks Podcast on the YouTube. And then when you go to traditional podcasts like Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and all those other kind of platforms, you're going to get different material over there. And then what I'm doing on HAPS TV, obviously, I'm doing different material over here. So what I believe that it's important to give people when they go to different platforms that you're on, they should get fresh content that's not the same content as what they heard over here or over there. So that's why I do that, ladies and gentlemen, and make sure you check that out. And I appreciate everybody out there tonight. Now, it's time for me to go to this video as I put a crescendo on tonight. Let me look and see if there's something going on right now. Let's see what's going on right now, just real quick.
So again, if you're just joining, this is Nico from Unicorn Ride. Thank you, rest of the squad that's doing the back end. People have been out here for the third night in a row.
All right.
3 days in a row since Daunte Wright was killed. He was 20-year-old.
All right, folks. So it's pretty much people just chanting and saying things and the police trying to push them back. This video that I'm going to play here, I played today, it's only a minute and some long. This is Daunte Wright's mother basically talking about the conversation she had before they took this man's life. 20 years old. And let me put something back up here one more time because I think this is important for you all to see what they did. They took him away from this young baby right here. And this is Daunte Wright with his son, who on that picture, he has he was, I think, 1 year old, but now he's 2 years old. And now he's going to grow up without having his father in his life. And something doesn't make sense with that. Something just doesn't make sense. Something just doesn't jive right with this whole situation. The mayor that I talked about before has got a hell of a lot on his head. He's looking like he doesn't know which way is up. This is nothing but Oscar Grant all over again in Oakland, being shot with a gun when the officer says, "Hey, I thought I shot him with a stun gun." This is Oscar Grant all over again. Okay, in the 21st century, it's all over again. And see, here you have Daunte Wright with his son. This is, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to say again, a damn shame what has happened. And I just got to keep it 100% with you, because it is a complete damn shame what has happened to this young man. The family is very upset. Obviously, Benjamin Crump has now gotten involved. Oh God, sometimes I wonder if there's other civil rights lawyers who can actually win a damn case. Hopefully, George Floyd, the situation, what happened to George Floyd, that they can find Derek Chauvin guilty of murdering George Floyd, although the family got a $27 million settlement in the situation. I just hope that something will come of the situation. This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. It's just crazy. And so with that said, let's go into the video that I want to show you right now.
Me at about 1:40 said he was getting pulled over by the police. And I said, well, why did you get pulled over? He said they pulled him over because he had air fresheners hanging from the rearview mirror. I said, okay, take them down. And he said, Mom, they want to know about insurance. I said, I will, when the police officer comes back to the window, put him on the phone and I will give him the insurance information. Then I heard the police officer come to the window and say, put the phone down and get out of the car. And Daunte said, why? And he said, we'll explain to you when you get out of the car. So I heard the phone get either put on the dashboard or dropped, and I heard scuffling, and I heard the police officer say, Daunte, don't run. And then the other officer said, put the phone down, and hung it up. And then a minute later, I called, and his girlfriend answered, which was the passenger in the car, and said that he'd been shot, and she put it on the driver's side, and my son was laying there lifeless. And then I said, where are you? And she said, I don't know. And the other officer said, hang up the phone. She hung up the phone, and I called 911 to find out where they were. Then I get here, and there's a car accident, and my son's laying on the ground. And he was only 20 years old. He didn't deserve to be killed like this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So you heard the mother say there, very front and up front, what exactly happened to her son. She breaks it down. She's telling the truth. She had a conversation. Originally, he wanted to talk to his mother. She said, give the phone to the cops so that I can let them know that the car is not illegal. The tags are up to date and what have you. They claim that they stopped him because the tags were not up to date. The young man said it was because of the air freshener that he had in the rear view mirror of his car. So somebody's telling the truth and somebody's lying here. You can make the argument, well, maybe he was profiled because he's a black young man driving a nice car. Now, the mother, I heard the mother say in other reports that the vehicle, that the car was actually her car, and then they eventually gave the car to Daunte Wright. Daunte was gifted that car from his family. Another thing, because his aunt in the clip that I played earlier tonight was saying they're trying to destroy his character. They were trying to say, oh, he's a thug. He comes from a broken family. No, he doesn't come from a broken family. He has a father. He has a mother. He has brothers and sisters. He has an intact family. The only thing that disturbs me, what doesn't disturb me, is that in these, the mother is speaking. They're going to go to the mothers, let the mothers speak. But I would like to see fathers. And I did see the father. He hasn't come out and said anything as far as that I've seen on media. The mother has been the main person front and center talking. But I would really like to hear what's in the mind of the father. how he feels. Well, obviously, the father doesn't feel great. He's lost his son, but I would like to see him front and center in a press conference, give the police department a piece of his mind. Now he's probably already done that, because remember, there's local news and then there's national news. There's things that are going on the ground in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, that we may not be hearing about, because there's local media that he may be getting interviewed, him and his wife, by the local media. So we got to keep that in mind always. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get ready to get on out of here. Let's see one more time what's going on the ground. Let's see one more time.
Area now dispersed to the north.
Click into the article. In the bottom of the article is a video called "Killed by Police," and one of the stories, I believe, is Daunte Wright. Hey, would you want to talk about Daunte? Yeah. I'm live. Is that okay? Yeah. You don't have to. You can do it later. But I'm also live, just to warn you. We don't have to.
Now, you are exactly right, Birdman. The argument can be made that this happened to the young man over air freshener. You're right. Let me put your comment on the screen, because that comment is classic and needs to be said. As you can see, the people are out there. They're not happy. Let's hear what this lady is saying right here in her protest. Let's hear it.
2 separate killings. Those are 2 separate murders. 10 years apart. Same police department. Same 20-year-old little boy. Do you feel good? Do you feel powerful? Travis Jordan. Justice for Travis Jordan. Justice for Bryson Newman.
All right.
Justice for Isaac Aiden. Justice for Justin Target. Justice for Tamir Wright. Justice for
She's naming off justice for everybody. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you. I see someone that I know. We got my man, Black Star. We got Black Star Sports TV. I got to get over there and see what you got going on over there. And I want to, hey, brother, Black Star TV, man, YouTube plays a lot of games. They unsubscribe you from people. You don't get notifications. I haven't gotten a notification from your channel, brother. So I'm going to get my butt over to your channel so that I can give you support, brother, because I know you have supported my channel. But thank you for coming in. The reason why you see me on Lion's Den channel is because I'm on this program that I'm doing tonight is not technically, I'm not technically broadcasting into my YouTube channel. I'm broadcasting into multiple other platforms. What happens is I'm on Haps TV. I'm a VIP over here on this platform. And what happens is, and I'm very proud of that too. What happens is in the beta stage, so it's going to grow just as YouTube has grown. What happened is that Lion's Den, I invited him to come on with me. And what happens is, what Haps does is that whenever you invite someone onto your panel, you can connect your social media, all of it, including YouTube. And when you come on my panel, all of the people that follow you in your social media, they come right into the feed. So this is actually being broadcast off of Haps. I'm not broadcasting it on my YouTube channel. But the reason why Lion's Den is not here right now is because he was having problems with his phone that he was using.
We are a non-profit 501c3
and he just could not come back in.
Dedicated to bringing
so when I end this broadcast, his broadcast on his channel will automatically end. So Haps is incredible because you can pull all of your supporters over to the channel. Any channel that you go to, that will automatically pull them over. I wish YouTube would do something like this because their notifications suck sometimes. So that's why you see me on the channel, on his channel, broadcasting. And I'm broadcasting on Twitch, Twitter, Periscope, my Facebook page, 2 Facebook groups I'm administrator of, just all over the damn place. And I'm broadcasting on Haps TV, which is all over the goddamn world. And I'm happy about that. Let's see. We got Q Butter, who's come over to Brother Lions Den channel.
Yeah. This is
And
likely a kettle
Q Butter, I'm
situation
on
soon.
Haps TV, brother. So it's a whole different show that
Since
I
the
do
police
over
have
here.
not
And you
moved
heard what
up
I just
very
said a few
much,
minutes ago about how Haps work,
down this
where you
block,
can
it's-
attach your
I
social
wonder
media
what exactly
right into another
they have
person's page.
staged
So
back
originally
here.
I'm broadcasting out of Haps.
We see
Lions Den
officers
attached
or
his
National
YouTube
Guardsmen
channel,
on the left side
and
of these
my
houses.
broadcast becomes
So,
connected to his
do not know where
YouTube
the
channel
staging ground
because he was a
is for
guest
the
on
police
here.
at this moment.
He hasn't been able to come back in. I'm going to end very soon.
People are
Q Butter, I've got all the materials
about
from
staying.
your institute, your educational institute. I will be doing
Staying
a
awake.
video on your institute because I'm doing one on George Macomb, and I'm doing one on YouTube. I'll be doing a full video on your institute, a full promotional video that I will be premiering very soon, along with Brother George Macomb as well, with his Urban Nerds Worldwide. So I'll be doing that very, very soon, my dear brother. Q Butter. So that's what's going on, Brother Knife. Lions Den, thank you. I wish you were on with me, but thank you for connecting your YouTube channel to my program on Haps TV. And like I said, I do a different program on Haps TV. So I do different types of programs on different types of medium. Tonight, I am proud to say that I've had about 780 eyeballs in my watch here, 780 eyeballs combined with all my social media have put eyeballs on the program tonight over here on Haps. 780, and I'm very happy that people were able to come over and hear what we had to say about the Daunte Wright, the whole situation in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. There's wait a minute, let me see what's going on right now. Let me bring you all into the feed now. Let's bring it in. Let's see what's going on.
We're pushing them down at least.
What's going on, Brian? And then we got my man. Ted Hicks, who's coming to the house. Ted Hicks, thank you for the appreciation award, brother. And then we got Brian, who's come in. He's from Texas. Thanks for being here again, Brian, for coming on over. Ted, I appreciate that. Let me put Q Butter gave me a nice little message. I'm gonna put this on the screen. He said, my dude, information man. Preach to you, Q Butter. Again, I put that on the screen. Oh, wait a minute. We got Simmons. Let me see what he's got going on here. He said, let me put this on the screen. He said that there is a lot of scenarios that would not prevent his death. Definitely a racial profiling. Yes, indeed, it was a racial profiling. From my perspective, maybe people have different perspectives. All right, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to end the broadcast tonight. I appreciate everyone coming over. I'm going to get on out of here. You all have a good night. We got my man Black Star Sports TV. Let me do something real quick. Let me pipe your channel up because I want to make sure that I have you. Because one of the things I notice about YouTube is that if you don't go to people, if you don't go to people's channel enough, frequently enough, what happens is your algorithms gets thrown off where you don't get the notifications. So what happens is that when you're subscribed to so many people's channels like I am, and I'm trying to give a lot of people support, the minute you start supporting other channels and you don't, and then you start going to those channels a little bit, it knocks out all the other people that you would have. See, look at this crazy mess. Hey, Black Star TV. I'm going to your YouTube page and YouTube has got me unsubscribed. See, this is what I'm talking about. Why does YouTube do this stuff? Can't believe this. This is crazy. All right. Let me get ready to get on out of here. Everybody take care. Thank you. Everybody out there that's been giving me support tonight on Haps TV. Let's get on out of here, folks. I appreciate everybody. And let's get out of here. Peace, everybody.
I hit record a drop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always boarding. Just out touring down in Charlotte like I play for Hornets. When I'm performing, never boring, now you can't afford it. Champagne Perrier, finished friends on my face. Looking like I'm from the deep. These no Cartiers. Pockets deep, 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 bro. I can make it in my seat, bro. Do you, I'm doing me, bro. Making noise, use a beat, bro. Whoa. I press the button and the door go off like, whoa. That money clip us now, the new now looks like, whoa. Upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like, whoa, 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 whoa. Neighborhood on the scene, neighborhood on the strip. Neighborhood be the name, neighborhood no crib. Neighborhood that's me, neighborhood that's Nick. Neighborhood do the dance, neighborhood do the deal. Okay. Thought I'd never make it like no way. I'm the real deal, no role play. My days off, that's no days. No, I hustle hard, young rose. E be the shooter, that's cold case. Those on the deals, that's brose. Got no pay, on no say. Okay, this the new tell her read it. Been the one since the fetus. Don't sleep on me, Tempur-Pedic. That's a no, no, no. Spend the dough for no reason.
All right, let me go with this one right here, folks. Hang on right for a minute. Here we go. Copyright free.
Information is tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Good night, everybody.
You are listening to Information is
Yeah. It's just a drive. You know what it is. Yeah. Woodstock free vibes on me. Music ease my lonely. Yeah. I've been up
since I don't know way. Trying to create a vibe. Trying to get these hours in. Punching the clock, I get it. Gotta go hard with it. 100, I'ma start with it. Coach looking for starters. Hop in the game, I'm like Harden. Ballin' harder than Spalding. Ballin' harder than Spalding. Yeah. We put in this work, you know this. Early birds don't do no chirping. She sing my catalog, I said I'm proud of them. She sing my catalog like la 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 la.
Ryan Little. Information is power.
Good night, everybody.